I have come here to represent President Ruto, who sends his greetings. He would have wanted to come. He was in Nyanza recently, he was in Western recently, and he thought because he hasn't been to Northeastern since he became president, it was important to spend some time in Northeastern. He's been there for 4 days, he's concluding today in his... And you'll allow me exactly 2 o'clock I have to leave, because again I have to see him off. He's leaving for Dar es Salaam because of the Congo issue. The EAC and SADC is meeting today, tomorrow in Dar es Salaam. Having said that, mine is just to thank you for a good conference, well organized, well structured. We expected this from Nyanza, the headquarters of professionals and professors and very intelligent people. God has blessed this region with brilliant people who have impacted tremendously to the development of our country. So this is a good conference. I plead with you next time, let's not blame each other, involve more leaders, members of parliament from here, the members of county assembly, and even representatives of community, people who may not be very learned, but they can pick an issue or two from a conference like this one. Having said that also, let me just spend the remainder of my minutes explaining what this administration is doing to revive and transform the economy of Kenya, empower its citizens, including its citizens in Nyanza. We have a manifesto with about 168 commitments, but you can aggregate all those commitments to 5 broad areas which carry the weight of our national transformation. The first one is macroeconomic stability. For the last 2 years, a lot of unseen work has been done to arrest the volatility of the indicators of macroeconomic stability. We can talk about investments, we can talk about all these sectors, but if the fundamentals of macroeconomic stability go haywire, we lose everything. Many a times, for those of us who are from Kenya Kwanza political alignment, when we speak about the last 2 years' work on macroeconomic stability, sometimes we are misunderstood as if we are casting aspersions at the previous administration. Nothing can be further from the truth than that. What affected Kenya's macroeconomic stability was mainly the pandemic of 2020-2021, which was a global pandemic. For a year and a half, we were all shut in, we were simply locked up in our houses. There was no economic activity. Businesses were shut. You can imagine, in my previous role, the last 2 years as the Interior Minister, when we used to have a little problems, what I would call democratic stress, sometimes in our exercise of democracy, especially here in Kisumu, but also Nairobi and other parts of the country, businesses being shut in Kisumu or Nairobi for a day, if you quantify the economic cost, it's huge. So you can imagine Kenya being shut for a year or a year and a half. That is what put us in a hole. It is not the previous administration. It was something beyond the control of any government. Today, the indicators of macroeconomic stability are looking okay, thanks to the hard work of Professor Ndungu, PS Kipto, and the senior team in Treasury, because it is about the strength of the shilling. It is about interest rates. It's about inflation. It is about the cost of fuel. it is about the cost of food and other household commodities. If those 5 variables are escalating, it doesn't matter what economic interventions you make, the country's transformation will be delayed. And therefore, I want to take this opportunity to thank CS Mbadi and the team at the Treasury. They have done a tremendous job in the last few months to steady and build on what has already been done. And I want to plead with you, my brother, CS Mbadi, and you know you have the support of President Ruto, and all of us, your colleagues, we support you. Do whatever it takes to make sure that the stability and the strength of the Kenyan shilling, interest rates, inflation, cost of fuel, and cost of food and essential commodities do not reverse.